What's up, guys? It's Paul. And I think you better know what today is, baby. Today is September 29th of 2020, and it marks the 3rd anniversary of my favorite game of all time, Cuphead. After multiple delays, expansions, and a lot of very interesting stuff that I'm afraid I don't have the time to discuss because this game has a very interesting history, Studio MDHR, founded by Chad and Jared Moldenhauer of Canada, were able to release their first game ever to the public, Cuphead. 3 years later, that game has sold well over 5 million copies, book series, merchandising, all that good stuff. And I wanted to celebrate that at least a little today, because, as many people know me, this game means so much to me. I mean, this is what part of my room looks like. A birthday gift from a close friend of mine. The only one I was ever able to find of the mystery minis. My wonderful Maria plush, who I picked up on a Black Friday online shopping on Hot Topic. Wonderful Mugman plush, who I managed to get at the summit for over 500 tickets, which was a very good investment in my opinion. My almost complete collection of the plush minis. One moment. My unfortunately at this time somewhat incomplete Miss Chalice Mystery Mini McFarland Lego-esque figure. Looking forward to getting more of them. My 2 personally owned copies of the game. Yes, 2. Both generously given to me by my grandparents on both sides. One from each of them. Extremely thoughtful, very special gifts of mine. The first official book in the Cuphead book series, because many video games benefit from a book series. Looking very forward to the graphic novel coming out. And of course, book that got delayed past October until nearly March of my birthday this year. The Art of Cuphead. Book very close to my heart. See? Really close. Yeah. Sadly, I do not have the time today to try and go over everything that makes this game so special to me. But trust me, when I first discovered this game, I believe it was... Jeez, how long has it been? I was a 7th grader because it came out in 2017. And when I discovered it, my mind went like this. And my interest and understanding of how great video game and special video games were went from down here to up here. Part of who I am today was defined and has been changed because of the existence of Cuphead. So many other games I would have never discovered or never had an interest in if I hadn't discovered Cuphead first. That's how much this game means to me. I love the aesthetics. I love that every single frame of a video game is hand-drawn and inked. I love the music from Christopher Madigan, one of my favorite soundtracks of all time. I love the boss designs. I love the secret phases. I love the end of the death quotes. They're so fun and rapid fire. I love all the patterns. I love just watching other people play. I love trying to play myself. I love finding whatever new stuff is coming out to celebrate the game and trying to get my hands on it. I love just gushing over all the Easter eggs and references. I love watching the old source material, the old slightly messed up Fleischer and Disney stuff that it takes inspiration from. I love this game to pieces. Here, you, viewer, right now, think about your favorite game of all time. Think about it. And think about what makes it so special to you. Think about if it makes you just gush, or if it just makes you quietly enjoy it. What has it done for you? Because for me, Cuphead reshaped my life. I mean, it really did. Not like to the point where I became a completely new person, but so much of my personality was evolved and developed from it. And I can't thank Studio MDHR enough. I'll be constantly keeping an eye out today to see if there's any news that comes from the 3rd anniversary. I have only made it to Arby's once since the announcement that they were doing Cuphead toys came out, so I don't have any to show off yet. But no, if there's any news, whether it be for the show, which I'm pretty excited for, the delicious last course, which I'm very excited about, or just an everyday announcement, because they do some fun, because of who they have chosen to be, similar to someone like Joey Drew Studios, or Rooster Teeth for Bendy and Link Machine, or Scott Cawthon. Any anniversary, they do something that is so uniquely them that you just see it and you know, man, I love that guy, or man, I love that game. Because that's the mark they leave. That's something that indie games do, that AAA I don't think will ever match. But Paul, I like listening to you talk, and I like hearing your opinions about this and how excited you are. It's kind of cute, but aren't you going to do something special for the anniversary? I mean, for the Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary, you did a huge collab and an animatic. And you had that big contest and stuff. Yes, I know I did. And by the way, 17 views and no comments does not give anyone a good chance of winning that contest. What do you have to lose, guys? You get a free shout-out. The contest is closing on October 10th. I am not taking any submissions beyond that day because I have to make an answers video, as a side note. So no, really. It's okay if you get them wrong. Like, the most you need to get is between 20 to 35 to get a shout-out. And all you gotta do is just watch the video, look carefully at the pictures, name the character or game it's from, or power-up, and enter in the comments. Please give me your submissions, guys. I'd really like to see those. But getting back on track here, I did do something special. Not animatic per se, but something rather nice. About 2 years ago now, Nico Batman, yes, that is his last name. I'm keeping his full name. I'm keeping his full name private. An extremely close friend of mine, like one of my closest friends to this date. And one of the people who's had to listen to me gush about Cuphead more than anyone, drew this really beautiful picture for me. Just a simple picture of Cuphead. But still, it really meant something to me because it was a really kind gesture from him. I mean, we have known each other about a year longer than Cuphead has been around, so we've known each other for 4 or 5 years. And he drew this just one day when we were in English together because we were talking about what we wanted to, and he just drew it for me right there on the spot. And I thanked him immensely because it was so thoughtful. No, I've kept that picture safe. But for the 3rd anniversary, I wanted to do something special myself for Studio MDHR. You'll be able to see a finished version in the thumbnail because I'm really busy today, but I wanted to hold it up here. Pause the video right here, you'll get a freeze frame bonus and a great shot of everything. I included some of my favorite bosses because I love all the bosses, but most of my favorites, some of my favorite NPCs in the game. The people standing on it, the one in green is me, Cup Paul, and the one red is Batman, like Mugman, because Neekman didn't sound right, which is based off of a short story that I wrote about a year or 2 ago about me and Nico taking the positions of Cuphead and Mugman. It's not a very good short story, but it was one of my first. Outside of that, I don't really have much to add, but I want to thank you guys so much for watching and for supporting my channel and for supporting Studio MDHR all these years, because you don't just get 5 million copies sold under 3 years of your first game ever, indie or not. Like, that's something that only people like Undertale and FNAF have surpassed. Cuphead has joined the ranks of the greatest indie games of all time, and it is here to stay. I'm Paul Westerfield, and I'll see you guys later.